So we've already prepped my face. I have all my skincare products on with a glowy base. And then next, I usually put on my primer so it has time to sit. Okay, so I just did a pump of the e.l.f. Velvet Finish Primer. It blurs look of pores. So next we do my eyebrows. I use the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo brush. So it has the brush at the end and then it has a spoolie. And then I also use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. This is shade Soft Brown. Dip Brow Pomade. And I actually use quite a bit because it's a lighter brown if I don't use a lot of product. And with my hair darker now, I try to match it as much as I can, but it's not black. Okay, let me just flatten it out. I'm gonna use my spoolie, push all the hairs there. Honestly, I have not plucked my eyebrows in a very long time. Just kind of go with it. Okay, and then sometimes I just use my finger, try to blend it out a little so it doesn't look as harsh. Then I brush it out. You can already see the difference in shade. I'm gonna have to go back in on the other with the other eyebrow and dip more product in. See, sometimes they're sisters, cousins, I don't know. Sometimes they're twins. Not all the time. They're not gonna cooperate today. They're two totally different eyebrows. Like I said, I just do that. What is going on with them today? I look like I have cartoon eyebrows. Okay, we're gonna fix this. It's fine. Give me a second. Okay, they are not the same. I'll fix them as I go. But then I use the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel in the shade Herb. Next, I go in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose. Here we go. Do that. Oh, I feel like I'm almost out of this too. Isn't it great when you're like almost out of product all at the same time? That means it's going to cost more when you have to go replace them all. It's like, oh. Anyways, then we go in with my beauty blender. I blend in dry. I don't do, hello, I never wet my beauty blender. I used to, but I don't know why I stopped. But this works too, I think. Okay. And then sometimes I'll use my beauty blender like this and try to blend in my eyebrow. Okay. You can see the difference of how red my skin is. Then I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in the shade Light. I usually just do a little bit on my eyelids. I do more for my full face, but that kind of just sets the concealer that I just put on. I have to go on a quick rant. When did drugstore makeup start costing the same amount as like higher end products? Like drugstore makeup, you look at cheaper alternatives to be able to still achieve a good makeup look, right? I usually use, the brand is rubbed off because I use it so much, but the Maybelline, I'm gonna put it right here, but the Maybelline liner, I can't remember what it is. And then I found this at Winners. It is the Luminous Liner Liquid Eyeliner. I can't even see what the brand is. L'Oreal. Black is Black. So I was using this because it was like $10 at Winners. And this stuff used to be like $5, $10 for a pen. I went to Shoppers the other day. Tell me why Maybelline is charging $20 for an eyeliner pen. Pardon? I'm like, obviously I haven't had to go buy eyeliner in a while, like from Shoppers. Usually Walmart has better prices, so I'll go there. Anyways, that's my rant. So, since I was at Shoppers, it was a snowstorm and I didn't want to go to Walmart, I decided to try the brand Essence 24 Ever Ink Liner Intense Black. So, this is the eyeliner that I'm using. I've used it twice now. I actually like it. I have to be very careful because it goes on. It's very pigmented. And the brush is not as thin as the Maybelline, so this is the brush tip. So that's what we're using today. Like I said, I can't multitask. I can't talk. But it's very pigmented, and I'm very shaky, so it sees, you can see every little shake, but it's a good eyeliner. And guess how much this was? I'll give you time to guess. Did you guess how much this was? $4. And it works just as good as the other eyeliners that I've been using. And then I go in with this, again, the product, I don't even know what brand this is. It's down to the little nub of eyeliner. I do this in my waterline. Blend it out with my finger. I'll use that to make my line. Go back in to make it a little bit darker, but like I said, this is so pigmented. Basically, since it's so light, I can go in with a Q-tip and try to clean it up. I feel like with the new Essence eyeliner, it would take a long time to get that eyeliner off to fix it. So every time I do my eyeliner, I look at my eyebrow piercing scar and I miss my eyebrow piercing. I want it so bad. See it? I don't know. I miss my eyebrow piercing. I felt so badass with my eyebrow piercing. Also go in with this cream falsy effect in the shade black. So I will layer these two. This one doesn't have as much product on the wand, so I'll do this mainly on my bottom lash, but go in with this one first. Okay, I'm going on a little ramble again. The other morning, I'm doing my makeup out here with my boyfriend on the couch. To my surprise, I found out that the Haus Labs foundation has a pump. I didn't know that, and I've been using this brand for a year now. Because I couldn't get the thing off, so I just used it like this, okay? Oops. And then I just dabbed it on, and that's how I was doing my makeup. You mean to tell me this is a lid? I felt so stupid. I felt so dumb. I'm like, pardon? My reaction, I wish I would have got it on camera because it was a genuine, like, what the heck? Anyways, we're going to go in with the Haus Labs by Lady Gaga foundation. Shade is 040 Fair Neutral. So we're going to use the pump this time. Look, I've never even used the pump. That's how you know I'm not lying. It's clean. I felt so stupid though. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know why I didn't put it on a beauty blender or the back of my hand. I was kind of silly. That's okay. Ugh, I put too much. The good thing about this foundation, you do not need a lot. Okay. Next, we use my beauty blender again, and we're just gonna dab it in. And what I like about this foundation, it's buildable, and I'm gonna have to read the box, but I'm pretty sure I read online it helps with people that like your skin is red, goes red fast. What's that called? Because I don't have a I know there's a skin condition, rosacea or whatever. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it makes your face really, really red. I don't think I have that. I just have sensitive skin and it just goes red really quick. When I was 10 years old, I was determined to try out for the volleyball team and I was going to get picked for the volleyball team. Okay. Picture this though. I looked like Honey Boo Boo. I had a bowl cut, like a mushroom cut. My hair took forever to grow. Worst decision. I had the most beautiful curls, and then I let somebody cut my hair, and it was my mom will never forgive that person for cutting my hair. Side note: I wanted my hair to look like my mom's friend, and she had like shave, like her head was shaved. She had like a little bit of like spiky hair, and I'm like, I want my hair to look like yours so bad. So she cut my hair. She brought clippers out, and I had long hair, like almost to my butt. And she cut my hair like right here. And I looked like I had a mushroom cut. Like it was so bad. So then I remember walking out of her living room and her husband was sitting there. And I'm like, do you like my hair? And he's like, he was speechless, didn't know what to say. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh no. In that moment, I knew my hair looked terrible because his face was, he looked mortified. I think he knew like my mom would be very mad. So, anyways, long story short, if you have curly hair, make sure you really, really think about cutting your hair because it takes, if anyone else is like me, it takes forever to grow. But yeah, so, anyways, I tried it for the volleyball team. I was overexerting myself. I was pushing myself because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to prove to the coach I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to get on that volleyball team. As a very determined little girl, okay? Well, everyone else is like all graceful. And then there's me. At this point, I didn't wear makeup because I was a kid. My face was so red, it looked like a tomato. And I knew everyone was looking at me. And sometimes, like, my face will still do this. I'll get very, very red in the face. You know what? One girl said, Alexis, her face is really red. She kind of looks like the devil. Her face is so red. Is she okay? I'm like, I'm fine, dude. I will never forget that. It was so embarrassing. And the coach was like, she's just trying really, really hard. Do you think I got on the team? No. Spoiler alert. So that's my embarrassing story. Childhood embarrassing story about how some kid said that I looked like the devil because my face got so red. And then I started wearing makeup shortly after that. Pretty sad if you think about it though. Like as a 10-year-old, stuff like really sticks. I've been called a bunch of names when I was a kid. Like when I say I was bullied, and I was also um, had family members that used to like make comments, and I'm like, you realize you're telling that to a child? Like, I wonder why I'm so insecure. I used to be called homely all the time. I have freckles. Someone told me that I look like I had poop thrown at me through a screen door. Like, yeah, adults suck, and they don't realize how much your words have an impact. So now, finally, at I think I was 20, around 26, I think, is when I started going out with no makeup on. And I'm like, whatever. Like every time I go outside, I don't feel like I have to have makeup on. And yeah, people might think otherwise about me, but I'm like, whatever. You get to an age where you're like, I don't care what you think. I'm comfortable. I'm not going to put a full face of makeup just to go to the grocery store for 20 minutes. But before, I would never leave my house without makeup on. So, some growth. Next, I didn't even say what I was doing. I used the Beauty Bronzer. This is the Sunset Bronzer Muru Butter Bronzer. So I really like this stuff. So I usually just dab it and then I use the lid to blend it. Just adds a little bit of color back in. I don't think I said what I was doing. A Halo Glow Setting Powder. I do that all over my face. And then I go back in with my foundation brush and I just blend it. So I have no harsh lines. Okay. And then I go back in with the pink mascara. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Falsy Effect. Go in that bottom lash. Okay. And the clumps. It's okay. Fingers crossed we get a mascara product in the beauty advent calendar because I want a new mascara. So then I go in with this, I can't remember what the brand was. There was a box that I got, Ipsy. I used to get an Ipsy subscription, and this palette came in. It's the Bitsy Enchanted Garden. It's an eyeshadow palette, but it's shimmery shades. So, and I always use my finger. Always. When it comes to any eyeshadow. It's a weird thing that I've done. I honestly think it's because I never had makeup brushes when I was growing up, so you learn to adapt, and I did by using my fingers. But yeah, and then I blend it out as much as I can. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in and use Milk makeup again, and I just like to go in and fix it up. Okay. And now we're going to try the Essence Hydra Kiss lip oil that we just got out of our advent calendar. Let me just wipe my lips really quick. Okay, I have foundation lips, but I'm too lazy to go get a Kleenex. Is this black? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm a little nervous. How do you do this? I've never used lip oil before. Why can't I put the lid on? Okay. This is the High Shine Non-Sticky Finish. It's not a lip stain, so. Alright, let's try it out. Okay. Hmm. I actually really like this lip oil. I'm gonna put more on. Maybe this will like. See, I was a little scared because on the applicator it looks like it's black, and when it goes on, it's a little dark. But once it blends out, it loses that pigment. It's actually really pretty. I really like it. It looks good. Makes my lips feel good. They're not sticky. Yeah, 10 out of 10. So far, this advent calendar has been great. I don't think there's been a product that I haven't liked yet. And then this, I love this. Maybe I should switch to Essence with my makeup because between the eyeliner and the lip oil, it's cheap but great quality. I love it. Um, yeah. So just goes to show you, you don't need high end products to have a good makeup look. The only high end thing that I used today was the House Labs foundation, and this stuff lasts forever. I don't need a lot, really good coverage. And what I was saying earlier, so it's a clean, cutting edge, long wear foundation that delivers superior makeup performance without compromising your skin. It's infused with 20 plus skincare ingredients, buildable medium coverage, luminous second skin finish, ultra fluid weightless formula. And I can't remember where, I think I might have read it on the Sephora website or the House Labs website, but it has an ingredient that helps with redness in the skin. So this is my makeup look for today. Am I going anywhere today? No, but I feel good. Sometimes a little makeup, a little hair wash day just turns your day around. And I think that's what happened today. That's what I needed. So if you're struggling to get in the shower, this is your encouragement to go take that shower, wash that hair, and you will feel better, I promise. Even though sometimes it takes forever and it feels like so much work to go take a shower. So, this is my look for the day. We're just going to let my hair do its thing today. I'm not going to straighten it, and it's most likely going to go back up in a bun. But I don't want to style all my bangs, so we're going to get extra volume up here. But I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you later.